Hey, welcome, Tom. Now we're, yeah, good. So welcome, my name is Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne, Australia. It's just turned 5:30 in the morning on a Thursday for me. And yeah, things are going well. Welcome there, Tom. Let's just share the screen, start with.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, I saw your note. Yeah, I'll show you some of the new stuff that's coming up in a minute. So welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Please note any trades discussed here are to be classed purely as educational only. And that's because we're a group of people helping each other and we are not financial advisors. So please only take trades you're happy to take based on your own analysis. I've always suggested, and I will continue to, you need to trade a demo account on this or any other new strategy you're doing until you can prove to yourself you are profitable. Always follow proper risk management to protect your account as taught in IM Academy and the Ninja Group, as each trade carries risk as well as potential profits. This strategy or any other now in the Ninja Group, or in our group anyway, the straightforward Forex group, we're talking about only a maximum of 1% on any particular pair in any trade. If the recording of this session goes anywhere and you're not already a member, exclusive member, please get back to the person who referred you. As an exclusive Ninja member, I have access to Go Live, where there are a number of professional traders that trade this strategy and other profitable strategies. There is also a full risk disclosure and a little bit about us as live session traders. So stop sharing that. Welcome, everyone. Oh, there's Christothemi. Good to see you. And Anne, too. And Peter. Right. Oh.
Hiya.
Hiya.
And Rianne. Oh, wow. It's all happening. Oh, at the start, I'll just say, we have a public holiday here today and actually a state public holiday here tomorrow. So I thought I'd come on today, and tomorrow's the last day of the training week. So if you allow me, I'm going to actually take the day off tomorrow. I'm still going to be on charts, have a look at that. But I was thinking I might just have a bit of a sleep in tomorrow on a public holiday. We'll just see how we go. And then I'll be back again.
Sleeping? What do you think this is?
Well, I think that it's just a relaxed
You got
time.
the chooks and the sheep.
I still got to get up to do those, Peter. You're absolutely correct. But at least I could have maybe another hour. Look at the charts and then.
I was going to say, when you say lying, you mean till 6:30, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
That is what I mean. Well, maybe till 6:45. We'll see. That'll be all right. We still haven't got, there's 2 U's that are still waiting to, oh my gosh, they're just getting bigger. I don't know. They've got to drop it sometime soon. Anyway, at least the weather's, I think we're supposed to have a little bit. Anyway, it doesn't matter about weather and stuff. All right. Tom, you were going to ask why all of this crazy, wicking going on. And a lot of it could be this sort of thing. When you messaged and you sort of said around that time, I think when did you message? Hang on a minute, let me have a look. I think it was around about the.
Was it start 7?
Yeah. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, the Fed put the rate up, didn't they? 0.75%. So everything went crazy. You should have seen gold. Now that was exciting.
Yeah. So they will
correct it.
Well, yeah, it's sort of getting itself sort of set. And as Helen said, a lot of news in that. So, yeah, all what we're looking at is when you see those, particularly it was just in, not even in here, lots of pairs, lots of really big wicks. If we go to CAD, there was also 2 up at the, where are we? A start here, a lot of wicks there. This craziness here. So you'll see if we go to UJ, it did this sort of same drop off here, which is you got rates, but what remember in CPI it went crazy up. This is just dropped out. So we'll have a look at that anyway. But yesterday was good. I liked yesterday. It was very nice.
So I wonder if it's because the U.S. announced a 0.75% hike rate.
Correct, it did. Yeah. And then also too, there's all this Powell, whoever obviously looks after the Fed, was saying soft landing would be incredibly difficult. So a result of recession or how severe it would be. So there's all of this sort of stuff going on. Restoring price stability while achieving soft landing difficult. Sizable group with 100 basis points by the end of the year, right? Median policymakers 125 hike by the end of the year. There's just all of this negative red stuff, and that's what you would have seen, and that's why the reaction in the market. Now, can you predict this? No.
Oh.
Right? You can't. You don't know what they're going to do, and so you just need to here we go. Fed swaps indicate 4.55 down from intraday peak. So it just depends. They've got all of this. Well, that's up to now. US rate decision forecast is that, previous that. So, and gold weakened. Yeah, right, Anne. It's just telling you what happened. That's over half an hour they've got this news out. Anyway, this is something that I use, Financial Juice. There's also to the Forex Factory and my FX book if you want to look at either of those. But I tend to find that this gives me a more immediate sort of response to it.
That's okay. It's not bothering me.
Oh, look at that. It's in a red banner across the top.
What's this? Financial Juice?
The news. See the news? The
Yeah.
breaking? Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. So it's, the forecast was that and what it was. So that's why you've got a change, but not this dramatic. Like it's what the market expected. So, and that's quite, it is quite phenomenal. Anyway, if you want to, you can see, and it also has all these different news. So you got, this is the FOMC press conference. So if you, sorry, there will also to be Bank of Japan news coming out. That's later in my day. So that's one across this afternoon. So it's like after Japan sort of kicks in for a while, there's going to be some news. So this may push around the like UJ, CADJ, any AJ, any of those. So we'll just see what happens there. Cannot predict what's going to happen, no, but we can see what's happening with the trade in that sort of particular point. Anyway, yesterday was good for me. I didn't get any of that. I just got this, right? So again, this is my Sydney, Tokyo time, my wake time. You change whatever to your time. So pre-London, direction changed, up to New York, changed, that's just the way this is. Then it came back up. It basically came back to the same peak. And then this news has made it do this, drop right out the bottom, right? When I looked at it, it was basically over here. This drop has been pretty quick, right? And this is on the 5 minute, right? I can go down to the 1 minute, but if you had got into here up here, great. But this was my trade yesterday. Actually, two trades I took yesterday. I was getting pretty keen. So I was out on the drive. I didn't see this part. I sort of swing low. I saw it came back. I didn't look at it until around about 10 o'clock. And so I saw this low. I saw it come back to a high and pull back. I basically got in, where is it? About there, which was, I think, 10:30. Yeah. All right. stopped, had a look at it, thought, well, okay, so it's done a pullback, it's down, it's made that new low, it's going to pull back up. So, and that's what I think I said, didn't I say that yesterday's session, after a big push down like that, we're going to get a pullback up, which we did, but it wasn't a lot. I put it here for when London opened, which was, where did London open? It opened down here somewhere. All right. So I put a TP up here, like when it crossed over the 200 and up. So I thought it might make the 800. I didn't get that. How do I put it? I didn't get that sort of adventurous. It did here. You can see it came to the 800 and then dropped out. But that was only like a 4%. All right. And I'm pretty sure I wasn't in it for that long. I got out around about there when it turned. See when it turned just there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one. Now, then what happened is it just dropped out and came to when London opened and then pulled back up. I didn't get any of this trade. So you got to see, this is like 10 o'clock in the morning for me. That ended up being 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was a little bit crazy then. I think I was driving again. And here at 5:10, I didn't get any of that because I was not looking at the trades or anything. Okay. Then it took off and went back up again. It was from London to just before New York opened. So if anybody from, that's in UK, you could have got any of this trade. So it pulled down again. You might not have got in until there. And you can see what happened, right? Really simple. You've got where Tokyo finished and London took over and it just went into a buy. And then it hit a high, came back down, made a new lower high, and then off it went down into the New York session. So it can do one or two things, can't it? What's that?
Reverse or continue.
Yeah. Normally it'll reverse or continue, and that's what it did. And this is weird here. This I would not have predicted any of that. No way. Because let me show you. If you look, see that big drop there? I would have expected this to come back and break that high over there. But what this news, and so you can see here, it's come up, pulled up, back down to make a new low, pulled up, made a higher low, pulled up, and then it's just dropped out with the news. It is after this push down, it's going to need to pull back up. So what I'm looking for potentially in the session, again, the Sydney Tokyo, I'm looking at it to level out as it comes back in, and then the Tokyo to pull it back up. Now, it depends on what the Bank of Japan news is. I can't predict that either. But the point is, I'll have a look and see what the market structure is to be able to get some pips out of this one. So I was all right, 4% on that. I was happy enough with that. Who cares? There's all these other trades there if I wanted. Did anybody else get any of these?
Yeah, I got the push up from
London near London Open push up?
No, towards the end of
This one.
London session yeah.
Yeah, okay. So just before London closed up to
just
the top
before
there.
it's pushed down.
Good. Great, Peter. That's good. And did you use the straightforward Forex indicator to give you some insight into that or not?
Yes, I'd use a straightforward in.
Yeah, good. Lovely. All right then, no worries. So that's that.
Kept me in the trade as well.
Yeah, Yeah. Now your AUD, this was nice. I like this one. So that was around about 2 in the afternoon, 2, 3, somewhere like that. I can tell you, in the drive, you don't need the boring stuff. In the drive, I stopped off to see my mum to drop off a cauliflower that I picked out of the garden for her and some fresh eggs and stuff. So went off to see her, and I had a chance to look at the market. I saw it had peaked. This was back there. It pulled back down here. We got that indicator. See that little pullback up there? Lovely. So I could see the market pushed up. It's pulled back around there. Got in the trade, right? Now, I'm pretty sure I got out just here. I put a time on it when London was going to open because I didn't know whether it was going to turn or not. And that was a good 13%. So I'm starting to get a little bit more, how do I put this?
Cautious.
There's some more components to exit now because I'm looking now at sessions as well. It did continue on. Like if I had to stay in that trade, like that just kept going down. But I was happy enough with like a 13% out of that. And yes, I only did 5 pips, right? Because I saw that drop and the pullback. Yeah. You could have quite easily done 10 if you've got a crappy broker, you reckon, Tom? You could have done 10 and it still was going down anyway. That would have been a good 6%. But, I did get, I was on a 5. So, yeah, it was about 13, which was nice. Right, so that's market. Now, they're the 2 trades for yesterday for me. Both of them were in my Sydney-Tokyo session. I was finished by London Open, which was 5 o'clock for me in the afternoon. That's it. Didn't need to do any more. Did anybody grab any of this year AUD?
Yeah, Brian, how you going?
Good, Ray.
Yeah, I had a horrid week last week, but I gained it back this week, yesterday.
Good.
I got in later than you, came down on 5%, and then on the second ran near the blue because I only got this last night for some reason.
The indicator, yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't playing around with it because it didn't seem to load up. So I got in it just after the blue and got it back up again.
This one here at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A bit higher.
Up there.
There, and I got it to just below there. Yeah.
Yeah, below the 100 sort of thing.
On the
Oh,
5%.
it doesn't matter the amount. Oh, you got 5% out of it. You must have a really tight stop loss.
Yeah, I did on that one.
Okay.
Because I was playing around. I was keen to try and get the money back that I lost last week and this week.
Right.
So I was playing around with it, and I thought, yep, I'll try it. See what happens. I can only lose again.
Yeah, see, Ray, that's the thing, isn't it? When you're trying something or to incorporate something new, I've also had a whole lot of, I showed you, I think last week, I had a whole lot of losses, and because I was trying to use this and different to what I've normally been doing. And as soon as you change
more losses than you, Brian.
Oh, well, you don't know. I've got lots of trades I can show you that weren't too good. But I was trying, remember on that CAD J, I was trying for a 5 pip stop loss and it just kept stopping me out and stopping me out and stopping me out. So
I that feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Ray, maybe the reason why it took longer for you to get it is, remember, we're way down under, mate. There's a long way down here for this indicator to come. So
yeah, I know.
But one of the things that's important, you need to log out and completely log out of TradingView and then log back in again for it to actually work properly. And you may need to do it a couple of times. That's something I've found in the past. But normally, if you log out completely, absolutely completely out of any chart you've got, and then log back in again, normally you can get that invite-only script. It'll come back up. but if not, just do it once again. So yeah, so that's all right then. That's great if you did. This is on a 5 minute. I'm just finding that I'm looking at 1 minute. Like I can come to 1 minute and look at market structure and get in earlier, and then I'm looking at the 5 minute for sort of like potentially continuation. But yeah, it's yeah, your AUD, that was good. I didn't even look, I'll be honest, I didn't even look at the other pairs, right? Because I was just crazy running around, and I only had that opportunity like at 10:30 in the morning. I probably only had about 5 minutes. I stopped to look at what was going on. I remember I said I was going to look at 10 o'clock, between about 9 or 10. I didn't get a chance. I was driving, and I didn't get a chance until I got to the location at 10:30, right? And then I had a look. It was probably only 5 minutes or so that I could look and put something on for the CAD-J. And then again, I didn't look until in the afternoon. Yeah, around about that sort of, what was it? It must have been here somewhere. Yeah, so it was around about 3 o'clock or something, as when I got back to my mum's place. So there's 2 trades of opportunities. You can have a look. Now, I looked at CAD-J, if you go back to CAD-J, and that was, where is it? I already was basically out of the trade for that, right? And then I was in that Euro AUD. So that's it. Then Euro GBP, I didn't even look. So did anybody have a look at this? In the session, look at that. It just went sideways in that. It wouldn't mean able to pick that. And then just pre-London, sell, and then back into the buy, and then back out again when New York, just before New York. And that's probably difficult to, but the market structure's there. You might have lost a couple of 1% in here before it dropped. But that went quickly. And then once it hit the bottom here, it pulled back up. It's interesting though, even though this is it's in a buy trend, we're still sort of pushing back down again. So at some point, we're going to get a turn. You can see why. See the 4 hours, the 4 hour cycle is down, 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 as this now is getting near the bottom over the next couple, well, next day and maybe into next week. If you look at there, see the big push up there? It's, oh, hang on, do this. I'll just take that off for a minute and take off session so you can see. After that big push up, big push up like that over a couple of days, what's it going to do? Consolidate, and then it's basically pulling itself back down again. It might come back down to here before it starts to go back up. Yeah, looking at what's happening here. So even though this is in a buy trend, it needs to pull back before it starts going back up again. So I'll probably keep away from this for the minute. Didn't look at it. Yeah. But certainly, if you want to get into, there's some more sales potential here. I don't know how long though. Right? Because when that's finished its 4 hour cycle, it will start to go back up again. Okay, NZD CAD. Whoa, look at that news. Is that the news? Yes. Oh. It can't be, because that's too early. And that is crazy consolidation. Look at that. That dropped off at 3.
Hi, Brian.
Oh, hi. How are you, Alistair?
What? Scotland playing Ukraine tonight. Nations League 0-0. So I'm late on.
No, that's quite okay. No problems.
Keep you updated. Yeah, no, that was 7 o'clock US
Yeah.
Fed interest.
Yeah.
Break. It's all just bounced back though. It was a bit.
Yeah, it was 7 o'clock your time, was it?
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock UK. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that is the news then. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Have you got a late note?
What was that?
I said, have you got a late note?
Gee whiz, that's old. That is such old school, isn't it?
I was
Listen,
I
I
was
am old
kicking.
school.
I was cooking an amazing tagliatelle for the family.
Listen to him. He's talking football. He's talking food. He's
Before that, I was up in the loft checking the
I'm
leaks.
sorry.
The
No,
ventilation's
that's
gone.
like the dog chewed me homework.
The
You know,
Is it-
you're late.
on.
Come on.
I mean,
is the roof still leaking, Alistair?
No, it's been fixed.
Oh, lovely. What was it?
2 broken tiles, and I had 2 spare, but you can't get them very easily. But I had two spared, so I was happy.
So
with it.
somebody climbed up and replaced the tiles and everything's fine now.
Yeah, 50 quid plus VAT. My mate.
So
said.
so what? So what?
Have I killed your?
No. Do the tiles just break randomly because of weather, or?
No,
or-
I reckon the guys that put the vent tiles on my roof donkeys years ago may have cracked them inadvertently and or caused some stress cracks, and they split. But they split years ago.
Yeah. So you need to send in the bill. Okay, rightio.
I could tell you another story about stuff, but it would kill your evening. But
Yeah.
everything happens in 3, and I got a message from a buyer from some new builds that we did a few years ago today or last night, and it was the 3rd thing, and I thought, oh my god, how could that happen tonight?
Yeah. Yeah. So did you have wine with the tagliatelle though?
No, I don't drink much with pasta.
Yeah. Of course you don't. Yeah. Right. Okay. Not while the red phone's ringing anyway. So,
Good at DIY and cook. You know what's going on.
It's still 0-0, by the way.
yeah. Okay.
Can you screen share the football?
No, I can't. No. We don't. It's probably too far away. It'd be delayed too much. We wouldn't be able to. Yeah. It'd probably only be at the start before the kickoff, even. Yeah, it's hard for us to put any bets on. It's just too, you probably already know the
I'll
result.
tell you what, Biden ran back to America quick and fast, and then Liz Truss ran after him. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because our Prime Minister was back after the funeral pretty like
I think we all believe, including our Prime Minister, Europe's not a good place to be in just.
Yeah. Not very safe. I'm sure they all hit the airport and gone, have their own private planes.
They're all talking about nuclear. Good God.
Anyway, don't worry. So look, this is horrible for this indicator, particularly for, I think Paul did one little, he said there's one enemy of this straightforward Forex indicator, and that's consolidation. I'm sure of it, right? So if you wanted to get in a trade, like this would just keep knocking you out of the trade, right? And pairs do this. And this news can't predict. But after this big drop down, see the pullback? This is more of a drop down. I'm glad. There's no way I would be in that trade. And even here, you might see this push up and lower, and you think it's going to go into a sell, and then it's pull back and spike back up here. It's not a good pair today anyway. It wasn't the last 24 hours. And if you lost a bit out of it, then you're going to keep losing on that pair. USD CHF, and you would only know after the event. Whoa, spike news here too. Look at this, 4 o'clock, exactly. Bang, push up, pull back down. Keep away from this really big interest rate news stuff. Yeah. You could have been in here. Hang on, let me just put back on.
You say that, Brian, but I had 20% like tonight.
Good on you. Well done. There we go. But you're doing something different though, aren't you?
No, that was just dynamic edge.
Oh, right. Okay.
I had massive divergence on the US 100 just before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of took it and it went.
Where is this? NAS 100.
They
Oh,
did
yeah.
the same
Look at it.
on the US Euro US.
Yeah, look at the NAS 100. Look at the drop. Is that what
Oh,
you're
that was
talking?
no, that's the last one. I'm still in it. I'm in it again. No,
You
it's
got the first one
drop.
there.
I got the first drop. Yeah,
How did you predict that from the news?
divergence. Well, I knew the news was coming up.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, if you look at the higher highs on that run, it was just going higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, here.
And if you switch on your MACD, yeah, it just goes the opposite way. So
Yeah.
it was massive divergence leading up to it tonight.
And then off it just went. Did
And
you get
just
it?
went.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
it's pushed back up and then it's gone back down again.
Yeah, well, it did catch me out with the push back up. I didn't expect that. And I didn't expect it to go as high.
We never
but
expect.
I wasn't in that. So I'm okay.
That's good. Well done.
Yeah.
Put that on the 1 minute.
Yeah, that was on 1 minute. I took it. So if you want to see a nice wick, go on the 1 hour. Look at that first wick
Yeah, that one up there.
and the bottom.
Yeah, out there. Yeah. Yeah,
It went
all the
right
way
to
down
the
here.
bottom. Yeah.
Wow.
I got the NAS on as well, but I was expecting it not to go any higher based on the volume profile.
But it did.
So I was kind of saying if it goes to there, it should come back
No.
down, not because of the news. So
Yeah.
I did get the first one because of the news, but then I wasn't there to see second part.
Well done, Christine. Yeah, good.
Well, it's only a demo, so
yeah,
fine.
and that's okay. But you know, when people say, "Oh, it's only a demo," it still behaves the same as if it's live. So you're gaining skill over time to be able to trade live too. So, and that's an experience. Yeah, like the 1 minute you can see it's crazy stuff. That I wouldn't have been. Yeah, I know you're doing divergence, but I'm not using any of that. I'm just looking at my simple 5 Forex pairs and going with that. That's it. Wow.
I'm just
look at
waiting to see now if it's going to break structure on the higher time frame.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go back to the 1 hour because that's what you'll say. Turn that off. Yeah, you mean down here, whether it'll break these?
Yeah, we're going to break that one because it's also very close to the 987 EMA.
Yeah, okay.
So it might bounce off that again and not break that structure.
It has broken a lot here, though, hasn't it? Like it's in a
Yeah, but that was last week, wasn't it?
true. But the point is, it's still, if we go like on the 4 hour and have a look at it, it's in that sort of like, well, if we look there, that's
It's
sort
still
of
in
like,
that downtrend. Yeah, we're
Correct.
back in that downtrend now.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it might break that bottom structure
this
next
here.
week or the week after.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to pick when, or you look at market structure for this to get, now's not the time to get in. You got to wait for it to pull back up before, if you're going to get into a sell on it at all. People, that's the thing. People say like, oh, look, it's going down. I'll get in. It's like, yeah. And then when it pulls back up, that's it. They're a drawdown. They're at all
Not
host
after
of trouble.
tonight.
What do you mean?
Not after tonight getting in. No.
No,
Don't get
no,
in
no.
after tonight.
You
Maybe
want,
next week again.
yeah, you want that pull back up before
Yeah.
it'll drop back out. It needs to get a bit of, as you said, divergence or a bit of energy before it's ready to come back out. But yeah, you'll look and see whether it will break that or that or that. Highly likely, because it's in a downtrend overall at the higher time frame. Look at it. Drop. And this pullback is what it's had to have, like that pullback, drop, pullback. That's the drop. It's the same as this sort of thing. You see where it came down here and broke this low and just kept going down before it pulled back. So what is, oh, the EMAs are on. Yeah. So you got the 800 there. Yeah. Okay.
On the daily, I've got a 987, which is just below.
Yeah, okay. That's on the daily there.
Yeah,
You've
got an
made
800. Yeah, if
Yeah, you've
change
got a
that to
987.
it'll be just there where your cursor was last,
Okay, down here.
just below it. Yeah,
Okay.
it sits kind of in between bottom of the candle now and that structure on the left. So it's with it, it'll break that one and then break the structure. It does that, it's likely to continue next couple of
Yes,
days.
correct. It will, yeah. I think also too, the US basically is we're starting to get that turn. Please don't, take that as a gospel, but there's basically a turn occurring. Like even though the UJ is going up and you can see some of the currencies, but I think in relation to UKD is there. But if we go back USD CHF, it's starting to sort of falter and spread itself out a bit. Can you see how that's like USD CHF? See how it's like we're making lower highs and lower lows there. This is the only difference here. At some point with all this bad news in the US, it is still safe haven for currency, but when things really get bad, it's just really going to drop off.
Dollars dropped under its sort of resistance level in the last few days. So I don't know. I actually haven't looked to see how it's going today.
What are you talking about? Which one?
Dollar? I mean gold.
Thank you. That's I'm just going like, whoa, what?
Gold.
Gold has dropped.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's 1674.
Level.
Yeah. This is on the daily. It had peaked up
See
here.
that level, it's just budging under it now.
Yeah. Yeah, here.
I think.
And they reckon Bitcoin's gonna go down because of it.
Drop, yeah.
You can check that later.
That's US
I was watching,
news,
I was watching Anastasia, and what she was saying is effectively if the dollar is keep going up, then expect all the indices, the US indices and the gold to drop.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously with I think it had to do with the interest rates that the US announced that everyone was actually investing now in dollar rather than gold.
Correct. And the other thing too is when the US does that, then UK changes their interest rate, Australia changes the interest rate, New Zealand changes the interest rate, and Japan will play around with it, Europe will, so the world will be in the same sort of boat. I think there's certainly the dominoes have set themselves up ready to fall anyway. But Bitcoin and ready for another big drop out because it's just an investment vehicle. That's all it really is. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I haven't looked at gold.
Thanks for that, Happy Note.
Well,
have you got coin?
Isn't it better to be informed though, Alistair?
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the point is it comes up and bites you though. That's the thing.
Bites you on the whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we come back here though, and we look at this, if we look at USD CHF, come back here again, and we put on some market sessions, just look at what it is. So just before London Open, after London Open, and then it came back down. Again, I didn't see anything in here to trade in my sort of time zone. But I certainly would have look at it. It just came up and basically matched yesterday's New York to London did. And basically, look at that. That nearly matched out what it was at London there as well in the New York where it went. So every session has got this sort of movement, either continuation or reversal going on. Any other pairs you'd like me to look at? We've had a bit of a run around, actually. We've looked at gold and NAS 100 and no.
It was an
Okay.
exciting day today, so
It
yeah,
was exciting. Well,
lots of
it's that sort of middle of the trading week. As I said, it's sort of like that. The 3 days in the middle of the week is when stuff happens. A lot more. Interest rate stuff is interesting in the US. And then the other thing is non-farm payroll, which I don't think that's next week, is it? I'm pretty sure it's the week after. I think next week we're still in September. So, yeah.
I demoed the, sorry.
Chris Athemi was just agreeing, I
Yeah,
think.
on you go.
Go, Alistair.
I demoed, SFF today with JPY, and that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two positives.
Lovely.
I didn't put them up because I don't know, Kevin was jumping about it.
Oh, take it easy, take it.
At a 7.5 and a 4.6.
Wow. Well done. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's in the London session, obviously.
Yeah, in daytime here, yeah. 8 o'clock and just after 8:15, and then afterward.
Yeah, would have been, in here. Absolutely.
Yeah, that first one and the second one.
Wow. Okay, great. Well done. Yeah, and if you turn it on, but obviously if you have to come down to 1 minute to get that earlier entry there and then there.
I know Paul's doing 2, and I think I actually had it on 1 minute.
Yeah, this is a 1 minute at the moment. See, if I come back up to the 5, see 1 minute for entry, but if you go to the 5 minute, you're not going to get that. Where are we? Oh God, let's come back over here. You're not going to get that. See, there's no entry here at that same time. It's up here. This would be too late because you'd be knocked out there. That's what I'm saying. You've got to get your entries on a lower time frame and then watch your indicators here. So if you got in somewhere there where it was in the 1 minute and then got out when the color changed.
It was exactly 107,300. We just got it on the thing.
107,300.
So yeah.
Yeah, but why would you get in
Yeah.
there? There's nothing telling you that's going up.
Well, it did.
It is on the 1 minute though. So if you go on the 1 minute, well, we're there, yeah. If you go on the 1 minute for that, and when London, when London opened, see how you're right there, Tom. See when it pulls up and back there was no higher low. You would not have picked that, except there's an SFF saying get into the trade for a buy. So from this point of view, Tom, I probably wouldn't have got into it because of market structure. Like there's no higher low or higher high there. But the point is, like I said, around change of market, you'll either get a continuation or you'll get a change. And this was a change of direction here. It just changed direction and off it went. So this here happened to become the swing low right there at 11 past 8 in the morning for UK time, and then off it went. So if you got in on that blue box or a color change,
I've got it up. The bull, I did it on the bull below, I think it was 3.7 pips. And,
stop loss.
Stop, and then 4 point, it says on my plotter, I haven't got my mobile in front of me, 4.46.
Okay.
So it's 4, so it was good. Yeah, it was like Paul said, really basically do what they do.
See, that's the thing. Paul's not necessarily concerned with market structure, Tom. He's not necessarily concerned with because I agree, I wouldn't, because see this drop and pull back and then a drop further down. I would need to wait for that to pull back again before I get into the trade. But with this indicator, if you get into that,
you haven't got your bulls and your bears and stuff on it.
No, and I haven't got the new one
Don't
either.
put them on, don't worry about it. But I mean, that's what's.
I haven't got the new one either. Maybe it is. Hang on. Let's see if the new one. Oh, it's called SFF. Okay. Oh, it is now called SFF.
Yeah, that's what it comes up as. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe it's because hang on. I'll just. No, it's in here. I don't need this table. But the bulls and everything are all there. That's fair enough. See, it's got an up. Yeah.
So I wish you could move those. I mean, you've got red and red, which is not easy. But I wish you could move those. How can I, the waves a bit further away because it crunches up.
Right.
Say that again, Alistair.
The waves sometimes crunch up with the candles, and it's hard to see the wood from the trees sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I like the up zone labels and the D zone right at the top and right at the bottom, so they're out of the way.
Yeah, you definitely got to move them top and bottom.
Yeah.
And
what's this? The up and down zones?
Yeah, you can move those right out of the way.
Yeah, if you go to style and then the up zone put on the bottom and the down zone put at the top, and then they move away.
Yeah. Way down
that's
here.
tidier. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing with that is, if you look on the right of the screen, that up zone at the bottom is so far away from the planet, you can miss to look down and see it.
Yeah.
And that's found. But I mean, it's much clearer, spread away.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And there's no scoring in the Scotland match yet.
And aren't you surprised?
Oh bloody hell! There's a goal. I missed it. Oh my god!
Oh no! Who
We're
scored?
1-0 up. I missed it. When did that happen?
Just
Scotland's
now.
1-0 up, and I missed the goal because I've been so attentive on your chart.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know?
Scotland got a goal.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I missed it. I didn't see it. Oh my
Can
god.
I ask a question?
Yes,
Because I've
no
been
worries.
away for a while with this new indicator.
Mhm.
I don't know,
Not about
probably
the
some of
Scotland game.
not into football. Sorry, basketball maybe. Do you know when you have the rule is up and down zone or alert, and then when the wave color changes up again, there is another thing that says bearish or ranging or bullish.
Yeah.
Is there a rule that you need to wait for that to change as well before you enter, or you enter?
Well, I think
or is it down to your discretion?
Everything's always down to your discretion.
Yeah.
But I think that if we look here, see where it's saying it's bearish. Is that what you're talking about? This here?
Yeah. So say, for example, I don't know if you, because I'm trying to do some back testing on NAS, and say, for example, you had an up zone, then the color changed, but it still says bearish.
Yeah. This can change because it's related to trend direction. If this goes into ranging, so now it's bullish. It's bullish, bearish. You don't. It's just in that on that lower time frame. It's really just saying whether it's pushing up or down, right? One of the things with this indicator is if it's ranging, is what Paul's saying. If it's ranging, don't take a trade.
Yeah.
Because there's no volume, there's no sort of push either up or down. Right? And this indicator is just pretty useless in a ranging market. And I think he goes on, I'm pretty sure he's sitting normally on a 2 minute. I don't even have a 2 minute here.
Yeah, 2 minute.
2 minutes.
Yeah, he says the 2 minutes.
I don't even
You
have
can add it in there, Brian.
You can get it from the bottom, Brian. Go down the
Yeah.
bottom of that list and you can do 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, you can do a 2 minute from that sort of point of view. I don't know why, but anyway, you can still. So, Tom, answer your question before. I wouldn't get into that trade because of structure of the market, but the indicator obviously knew something different. And Alistair got in and it was a win. So
I mean, I think the brilliance of the whole thing is you can, as you say, you can get your percentage, but I've only done it after yesterday, but you can potentially get your percentage, which is say 1% a day. You can get it in a short period.
yeah,
And you're not, and then beyond for longer as you want to do.
yeah, you could be in. Well, see, the issue for me though is that I want to try and gain as much of a move as possible. Like that's just, I suppose it's something that from a banker's perspective I'm looking at. Like you want that move or that move, right? The thing is, this indicator though, you would get out when it changes that color, where the color changes here.
But that was still for.
Yeah, go to the
It was
5
still
minutes,
four-
see
I
if the
got
colour
4.
changes, Brian.
It
Well.
was still 4.5 for that time. That was okay.
It does change. See how it changes just there on the 5 minute end.
Yeah, there's nothing to stop you getting back in. Mind you, you're not wanting to, and you don't have to actually have it getting out to colour change. If you can override that. That's no.
Yeah, with the exit, you don't actually have access to an exit manager as such.
No.
But sorry, Peter.
If you don't have the exit manager, you just carry on.
Correct. Yeah. Well, it could just come back down, but then it had a wave change here and up it went too. So, but in the interim, it's like this. If you put a trade on there, you could always do this. And oh no, that's not what I'm doing. I've got to do it outside of the thing. And if I add an alert,
if you've got that FX sessions on, you've got to leave the house to put an alert on to go turn it off. Doesn't love it.
I love it. SFF, here we go. So what you would do is a color change up or down alert. And so if you've got a trade on, you would be looking for an alert for a direction change. It's the only thing we could do at the moment without an expert advisor or an exit manager on it.
We should have it in a few days, I think now. So
Yeah. Well, you've got access to this to trial it. And
The
it's,
one
Oh
that-
yeah,
one that-
no, I'm
sorry.
just saying if you wanted the exit manager, I mean, it's, you know, you can have it in a few days.
yeah,
The one that Paul was saying earlier was up and down combo, and I have no idea what difference it makes, because I meant to ask that question today, and I didn't, and I forgot. So I have no idea what the difference is. Up and down combo, or up and down, or color change up and down. And I
yeah.
meant to ask that.
No, so see this up zone and down zone? Combo means it'll give you an alert whether it's up or down. It doesn't matter. And this color change, high canacity color change up and or down. So if it does a wave up or a wave down, you'll get an alert. That's what it means. You can have each individual. You can have it just up zone, just down zone, or an up and down alert, or you can have a color change up, a color change down, or both up and down. Does that make sense, Alistair?
No,
Okay, hang on.
no, at all.
Hang on. See this down zone here, up here? See the down zone?
Yeah,
And you see this up zone?
yeah.
If you put an alert on for a combo, it will alert you there and it will alert you there.
At the same time.
No,
At the same time, but-
no.
Oh my God.
No, no, what-
At
Either.
different times, but
Yeah, I said that.
Somebody
Yeah, I
hit
said
him over
that.
the head.
That was stupid.
Hey, I think you're being difficult now. Take your eyes off the football.
Scotland have just
Come on,
scored again.
focus.
I missed the second goal as well. Bloody 2-0.
and then when it has a wave down and it has a wave up, that's when it does a combo. So it'll, when the wave down
Yeah, you
occurs,
lost him.
when the wave
You've
down,
lost it, Brian.
you'll get an alert. And then when it comes and does a wave up, you'll get an alert. But the point is you won't know which one they are unless you come and look at the chart.
Can you just pause a second? They're doing a replay of the goal.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
I did try to explain that they had to wait for you, but you know, they were just on a roll there.
I missed the second goal again.
Oh, bugger.
Like missing a trade.
Honest, it's worse.
It's worse.
Anyway, are you
No,
still
it
there?
isn't the same
Tom,
as-
Tom,
it isn't
Tom,
the
are you
same as
still there?
missing a trade.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just waiting for Alistair to understand that it's going to say down zone, up zone, bear, bull, and WDN all at the same time.
Yeah,
God, I'm
Yeah.
going to watch the replay. I'm confused.
Look, can I point out to people it's not the same as a trade. There's always another trade. There's
absolutely.
very rarely going to be another goal for Scotland.
Yeah. True, true.
I'm happy with 2-0, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
bet you're allowed.
I want Ukraine to kick more goals. And I don't mean on the football field either.
Fair point.
They're not doing too badly.
Yeah, well, apparently the news yesterday that I heard was that Putin had called on all the reservists to join in now.
That's because he's getting his
Well, he's
ass kicked.
desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
you start
That's just
talking
signs
about
of desperation, that.
Or because you can't take Ukraine, you're a paper tiger.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I heard yesterday the news, if China tries to go into Taiwan, America will be there to defend. It's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Biden's not playing with them.
Interesting.
He's
Yeah,
not
it's
mixing
all a bit-
words, man.
A lot of saber rattling.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
when the headline news starts talking generally about nuclear war, you're thinking that's why Biden went back to America straight away.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe that's why Liz Truss left the country as well, went to America.
I don't
Should
know.
be claiming asylum.
Well, anyway, this is the news and what we saw. This is CAD J. Look at the drop out of the Canadians, same as it would have dropped out of the US. Now, because of that big push down, what are we going to get? Push back up. So I'm just going to wait for whatever structure. I'm still looking for market structure. Interesting, isn't it? I'm not totally on board
Now,
I
you've
mean,
got to
the
forget your
indicator.
market structure. It's out the window. You got to just go for the indicators. Kevin is ruling the world now.
Oh, please. No, Kevin will be the first to say, don't trust an indicator. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So that, you know, when you said you got in here, that would be totally against what I would, that's totally against what I think would happen. Yet it is when it is a change of direction at a market open. So that does come in line with that, but it's not something that I would probably jump in on a trade, just to be honest. Weird. But anyway, Tom and Ray, we might be just, you know, just in a different part of the world. That's all.
But
Anyway,
I've had
I'll
this for a
just-
couple of days now, and
yeah.
quite frankly, I just don't trust it yet because I'm
Yeah,
still
correct.
learning it.
Yeah, me too.
When I'm seeing it not doing what I expect the candles to do, and
Yeah.
it's telling me to get in or get
Yeah.
out or whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
I don't trust it yet. So
Yeah.
I haven't really taken any trades. I took one, the one I won, obviously, but
Yeah.
I've really just been watching it. to try
The
to
thing,
figure
Tom,
out
that's
what it
healthy.
was.
Tom, that is a healthy distrust in something new until you can get to see over time its ability and performance. That's what I think anyway. No, I agree. You know,
Well, the second one was exactly the same as the first one.
Yeah,
Exactly
correct.
the same.
yeah, again, but the thing is, it was different though.
That and that.
Alistair, it's not different because what happens is you've come off a low, it's created a higher low. I would agree with that trade because of market
It's a
structure.
market structure.
Correct, but not this one. This one's totally against. But the point is, it does show out because of the change in market. You know, that maybe we've got to look out for that.
You stick it on. You're on the 5 minute. Put it in the 1
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah, correct, absolutely. Will
It
do.
looks better in the 1 minute.
Oh,
Possibly.
of course it looks better. Hang on, what do we got? It's over here.
Well, you
Looks
get
all
a,
confused to me.
you get a,
The point is, though, Alistair, it still broke this low.
I'm flogging a horse. I know
Yeah.
I'm flogging a horse here.
It broke that low. So it was more likely to pull up and then,
even when it pulled back, it didn't break the previous high right there.
correct. Yeah, there was
Now,
it didn't come up here.
Drop out.
Yeah, correct. I would also too, Tom. Where I'd be is like pulled up, down, it would pull back here and then just drop out the bottom. That's what I would expect.
Right. Even if it double topped right there, I'm expecting it to drop back down.
Correct. Yeah, but it didn't. It just went there and off it went. Yeah,
You know what? All I'm interested in is the fact that if I watch for those little steps and I
Yeah.
put a trade on, they win. I get 1%.
yeah. And that's
the
it. And that is
There you
again, Anne, that's the name of the game here. That's all we want to
Yep.
focus on, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to. I have no real sort of. I know there is the connoisseurs who love the totally empty charts and never mind about the money, worry about how brilliant a trade it is. No, not interested. Don't care how brilliant a trade it is. I just want to make the money.
Yeah, that push up there, and as soon as it started to flatten out and get out of the trade, then it pulled back down, which it's going to do, and then off it went again. This is another entry just in here for that push up. Because that direction had changed, that's the continuation in that time frame.
Can I mention continuations?
Yeah, you can.
Scotland has scored a third goal.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Seriously.
Did Ukraine just all walk off or something, and Scotland's just like playing on their own or something? Are they? Or
Ukraine didn't turn up.
Playing the Ukraine Little League.
That is so
no.
harsh.
Scotland are playing very well, obviously.
all right, okay. Well, there you go. So yeah, just play around with it. You've got access into it. We'll get the exit manager if that's what you want to do. It will only work on MT4. So because and you'll have it on a color change. And I think Paul's organizing it also on a SAR flip. You can pick one or the other. I don't know. Maybe please. Oh, maybe I should not talk out of school. Maybe it's only on the color change. I don't know what I saw in the chat. But
No, it is going to be on SAR flips as well.
okay, right. So I think there's a choice you're going to be able to make when you set the exit manager up on it. All right. Now, you will all need to get pips and percentages on your own through the next day and tomorrow. I'll hopefully be back pre-market open. I'm going to have a little sleep in tomorrow. And so somebody else can come on and host if they want to at this time, or we can just have a chat in the chat and I can see what's happening later with it.
Or Alistair and I
Yes,
could
Tom.
come on and talk football.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to, but you know.
And I couldn't make tomorrow because I've got a meeting to go to. So I'm.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm a Kaputski tomorrow.
What are you getting? A different phone, a red phone, green phone, and you're getting a different one now, or
If I told you what I was doing tomorrow, I'd
have to kill me? Okay, no worries. All right, then, no worries. No. I understand that, Alistair. I don't want to know because I understand where you sit in the food chain. So that's
If
all
I
right.
said what I was doing tomorrow, everyone will go, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh."
Yeah. We'll just say hello to Charlie anyway.
I was just going to say that. It's
Yeah. Yeah. Send him our regards from down under. All right, then.
Okay.
No worries. Now, Ray, reach out if you want to. Give us a ring if you need to through the day and have a chat if you need to or not. But I think, you don't have to trust the indicator. Again, we'll just see what happens. Got any issues? All right. Anybody watches the replay, if you do put a note underneath, or if there's anything you want to ask a question, great. Do that as well. Alistair, you were going to say?
Do you want me to share screen and I could reverse the mobile?
No, it's quite okay. It's quite okay. Yeah, no worries. All right then, thank you very much, Alistair. You just relish in the joy of what you're observing. All right then, till next time. Pre-market open. See you later. Ciao.